Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. When I last saw you guys, we just finished up Chapter 22X, so we're moving on to Chapter 23, Four-Fanged Offense. So there are actually two different versions of this particular chapter, as I believe I mentioned some time ago. The way that you determine which of the two versions you get is based off of the sum total of the levels of your three lords. So, if you add up Ellawood, Hector, and Lynn's levels, and they add over 50, then you'll go to the other version of this map that we are not doing today, because mine don't add up to 50. And if they're not 50, then you go to this one instead. And I actually wanted this one because you get a different character in each of the two maps to recruit. It is not possible to ever get both of them in the same playthrough. And rather than... Arguably, the other map is better. Because, well, it's just a better map, first of all, but also the character that you get is better. That being said, I really did want the one that I get in this map instead, because I tend not to use this character very often, and I wanted to just kind of give it a show here. And that way, when I play through this later on, and on Hector's quest, we can do the other one also, and you can see both. You'll see that Ellawood, Lynn, and Hector here are absolute masters of disguise by putting on a simple cloak and expecting that to hide their identities. So we're here looking for something called the Shrine of Seals, but nobody knows where the heck it is, except maybe the Bern royal family. And that's going to be troublesome for the reasons that Hector just expounded upon here. Somehow Pent knows more than he's been letting on. Apparently they're really keen on keeping it a secret. Yeah, that'd be a problem, I think. You can do that? Yes, it's my superpower. Well, yeah, that'd be kind of a jerk thing to do, I mean. It doesn't really sound all that enjoyable. It sounds stressful. Living on the run all the time. And there they go. And Hawkeye's going too, apparently. There are only 3 of these Heaven Seals in existence. Gee, I wonder what they could possibly be for. You will. Most certainly, being the operative word there. And so here we have Lloyd and Linus again. And this little girl here is Nino. Nino is kind of their adoptive stepsister, I guess. So when Lloyd and Linus' father got remarried, then this was their adopted daughter, so... They do treat her like a sister, which is very heartwarming, I guess, in a certain way, because she's like, what, 13, I think, in this game? Yeah, certainly hard to believe. The woman they're referring to is Brendan Reed's new wife. That was Sonia. We saw her briefly a few chapters ago in that little interlude talking with the Four Fangs. She is not a nice-looking lady. Not in the slightest. Ah, yes, the Black Fang's headquarters are here in Bern. It is a good idea. I like how Legoth's disguise is better than all theirs, and that's just his regular outfit. Eliwood's still wearing his little circlet thing, and Hector's still got his armor on. I guess Lynn's is okay, because people probably wouldn't think much of her anyway, but... Trying to blend in. Yeah, especially you, Hector, with your armor. And everyone knows blue hair indicates nobility, so... You sound like their chaperone. Yeah, well... It's not entirely inaccurate, I suppose. Oh boy. No, nothing. It's okay. Let's go. We were, but you don't know that. How do they know that, actually? That's really confusing. Lloyd is the older brother, if you couldn't tell. Honestly, no, probably not. Lloyd's actually incredibly strong. And regrettably, Lloyd is the boss of this particular chapter, so he's going to be interesting. And by interesting, I of course mean quite difficult. I like how they immediately recognize Eliwood. They're like, "You're Eliwood!" It's like, yeah, nice job with your disguise, moron. Is that the enemy? No, it's just another... It's a really friendly mailman with a face mask on. Telling us we're going to get our throats ripped out. Jeez. At any rate. So I've gone ahead and pre-selected our team again because it just made more sense. I am running actually out of iron weapons, but I have a lot of other stuff that I'm not using. So I'm going to try to burn through as many, you know, unneeded equipment as I can and get some more iron stuff to compensate. Iron weapons tend to be my weapon of choice a lot of the time just because they strike a good balance between power and low weight and lots and lots of durability. So that's the big thing. That being said, we're definitely gonna promote Florina this chapter. That's for sure. Lucius is very close to promoting. I went ahead and promoted Urk already into a Sage. So this is him as a level 1 Sage. You'll see he's an incredibly tanky Sage. In fact, he picked up 3 more points of defense. So I think he's got more defense than a lot of my frontline units, which is hilarious. This is probably the most unusual Urk I've ever seen in my life. So that being said, his magic's still kind of subpar. He's pretty comparable to Pent in every respect at this point, except magic. So if he gets some more magic points, he'll be better. He's also really fast, which is nice. And that 14 defense is certainly not a problem at all. In fact, he'll be able to take hits like a champion. I'm okay with that. He does have E rank and staves now, so he can heal on the battlefield as well, which is why I gave him that heal staff. So he turned out okay. I would have liked some more magic, and he doesn't need quite as much defense. I would have traded like 4 for 4 maybe. But you know what? That's okay. I'll live with it. I'll keep using him. I gave Raven the Devil Axe, as you might have noticed, and the reason for that is you'll see that Raven has E rank in axes, and I want to level that up very quickly. And the way to do that, the best way to do that, I'm not going to say the best way, but a way to do that is by using the Devil Axe, because every swing of the Devil Axe, even if you miss, grants 8 times the weapon experience that other regular axes do. So just by getting a couple good hits in with that Devil Axe, he'll level from E all the way to C incredibly quickly. And that's exactly what I want. I don't want to use it too much, and I don't want to rely on it, because the backfire rate of the Devil Axe is based on your luck. And as you can see, Raven's luck is not spectacular. It's going to have about a 22% chance to backfire on me, which is not great. I do have a goddess icon I could give him to kind of help negate some of that, but it's only a 2% chance, so I'm not going to bother. I'll probably only use it when I really feel like it's important to, or if I feel like I can get away with it without getting killed. So wait and see here. Heath is also very close to promoting. He's level 16, but I don't have another Elysian Whip for him just yet. I believe I'm going to be getting one of those soon. And I gave Legalt a torch because this is a Fog of War map, and you might be wondering, why are you giving the torch to the guy who can already see really far? Well, it turns out that if you use the torch, it just expands your Fog of War vision by, I think, 4 squares in every direction. If you use it on a thief who can already see really far, it just makes their vision stupidly good. So we're going to be giving that to him. I actually did not know that until recently, believe it or not. And then we've got the cleanup crew of Dart, Rebecca, and Raven, and Kent is here also, because we haven't seen him in a while, so this will be our deployed group here. As you can see, we've got lots of shopping opportunities, 2 armories and 2 shops over here. We'll be making use of that. And there's a village there and another village up here. Lloyd himself will spawn around up here in this area by that fort. We need to be careful of him because he does move if you're in range of him, and I can't see him right away, so that'll be fun. There's also a tiny little arena here. So if I needed to get some extra levels from people and there's not enough enemies, I might stop here for a couple turns to grab some extra experience. And then there's ballistas all over the map too, which is fun. The character that we're looking to recruit is going to show up right around here, I believe. And I'm going to need Lynn to recruit him. I think Kent can do it too, I'm not sure, we'll find out, but you'll see who it is in a moment. And then we've got enemy monks here, which are whatever, no big deal. We can handle them. So let us get rolling. We now have level 17 Merlinus, which is cool. You know, oh yeah, Heath is from Bern, by the way. I don't know if you mentioned that, but he's a deserter, as you can see there. Not sure how you're going to clear your name when you deserted. Hey, it's that guy! Wallace has a terrible sense of direction. Somehow he ended up in Bern and not Kalen. Also, yeah, Wallace can see through the fog somehow. If you're not afraid to die, show yourself. Maybe they are afraid to die. So yeah, Wallace is the character we get to recruit on this map if we don't have level 50 of all of our lords. I did get a chance to give him a couple extra levels as a knight back in the last chapter of Lynn's quest. So he's a little bit better than he otherwise would be if we just met him right now without having put any investment into him. That being said, I did use the Knight Crest on him and promote him before the end of Lynn's quest. However, you don't have to. If you were to use the Knight Crest on Kent or Sane or just sell the thing and not use it at all, Wallace would still be a general at this point when we met him. He would not be a level 12 knight because that'd be ridiculous. He would have the same stats that he would have as if he were the same level 12 knight and just used the crest. So all this, just the promotion gains, and he'd be a level 1 general still. So he is a little bit better than he otherwise would be. Not by a lot, but he got some extra strength, he got some extra luck, and he got some extra defense. So sadly no speed, which I would have liked, but I didn't expect that because his speed growth is the worst in the game. That being said, I really wanted to have a general for this run since we're not using Oswin, and Wallace is the only other option you have for that. And he's got a really solid con of 15, and his defense and strength are very, very good, so I am certainly okay with using him instead. So we need to get Lynn and Kent over there. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we need to use both of them. I think Kent can do it on his own. I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but Lynn can barely knock over this tree here. And we're just gonna send Kent out there full bore and see if he can get there quickly, because there is an enemy sniper here that I want to deal with. I don't like enemy snipers, especially when I'm trying to use a flying unit. Let's make sure he's not in range there. There is a ballista there. However, for some reason, I don't know that this sniper actually goes for it. I think he just kind of stands there and waits for some stupid reason. Like I said, I have no idea, but at any rate, we are going to focus on training up Lucius this map. And we're going to pop Legalt in this forest and have him use the torch so we can see further. Quite a bit further, actually, as you can see. Now we can see darn near the entire bottom half of the map now, just from that one torch use, which is nice. So I can see that there's enemy mercenaries hiding in the fog here. They've all got just simple swords, it looks like. So let's get some... You know what? I would like to get Ellawood some levels, but I don't think that now's the good time to do that. So instead, why don't we just have Hector run in there? I had to supplement his subpar strength for this level with a silver axe, thankfully, that he can use to make up for that. So he'll still one-hit these guys. I would very much appreciate it if he got strength every level from now on, at least until he promotes. That'll put him at 16, which is good enough, I guess, for where he should be, but he still turned out really low in that regard, and that's never happened to me before. His speed's not great either, but that's, you know, not all that unusual for Hector. He's got decent speed growth, but it never ends up turning out as high as you'd like it to, which is fine. He doesn't need a lot of speed. He's plenty powerful. And here's Lucius, the critical machine today. He's always criticaling, it seems like. And we're going to park Raven next to him because they're best buds. We actually want Rebecca and Raven together too because we need to get their support level up as well. I'm going to try to focus more on getting support levels while I have the opportunity to. Unfortunately, you need to have them together for quite a few turns in order to get that support level up to maximum rank. It does take some time, and a lot of just turns sitting next to each other doing nothing. That being said, the support bonuses that you get later on are incredibly valuable, so it's well worth it. And that sniper's going to go for Wallace. He doesn't take much. That's a silver bow that sniper has too, by the way, so... Wow, Wallace doubled something. That's impressive. And here's Nino again. She's kind of hiding out, waiting for somebody, it looks like. Is it, though? Is that how you want to fight evil, is in the fog? How about in battle? I wonder what kind of... Nino, I don't know if you can tell, she's not a physically imposing unit here, but... It's Jafar, the creepy Angel of Death dude. Yeah, that is kind of unusual, isn't it? It's not my blood, don't worry. Oh, it is his blood. That's not good. And he passes out. It's amazing he was able to walk all this way, I suppose. I wonder if he left like a trail or something. That sounds ominous. Alright, so we need to deal with that sniper who's right here, I want to say. Kent can get up there, but I need someone to scout for him. So let's see if I can park Legault right about here. Yep, there he is. So we'll send Kent up there to deal with this sniper. No problem. And here we have Paladin in action. Freaking love Paladins. My second favorite class in this game behind Heroes. I also like Generals quite a bit. And we get an Orion's Bolt. I forgot all about that. So that sniper drop one. We don't have any other archer units to use that on. Not any ones that we're going to be using at any rate. So I'll probably just sell that. Which is fine. And then we're going to send in Florina. In fact, I'm going to have her visit the shop, I think. See if there's anything worth picking up in here. Looks like we've got steel weapons and Reaver weapons here. So I have an Axe Reaver and a Lance Reaver already, and I don't have a Sword Reaver. I might grab one just to have one. I don't think you get one of those on your own normally. Yeah, that's right. We'll send it to Merlinus. That's cool. I don't need two, thank you though. And then I'll check out more of the shops in the next turn here. All right, who do we want to get some kills? Elwood could do with some kills, I think. He's rather low level. In fact, can Hector take care of this guy? I'd almost prefer it to be him, to be honest with you. But one thing at a time, I suppose. I apologize if you guys are hearing some kind of staticky thing in the background. It started raining really hard just now, actually. Kind of out of nowhere. I didn't even think it was supposed to rain today, but that's alright. Hopefully it's not bugging you guys too much. If it is, I can do something about it between now and the next episode. It doesn't sound like it's that bad, but... Some of you might be going, oh, you're crazy, I don't hear anything. Well, that's good for you, that's good. And then we'll see if Lucius can handle this guy as well, which he most certainly can. There's very few things Lucius cannot handle in terms of killing things. Holy, with the crits today. Lucius tends to crit quite a bit, and that's in no way a bad thing. So I'm okay with that. And in fact, I want to get Lucius and Priscilla actually have a support that I'd like to raise up as well. But Raven's is more important. Raven and Lucius make an incredible team. Just kind of building our little phalanx wall here. Oh, geez. Well, that guy's going to get shredded by Raven. Yeah, Raven as a hero is a little bit ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I of course mean awesome. Easily my favorite character in this game. In terms of... Okay, that's picking up a little bit. I'm willing to bet you guys can hear that now. It sounds like it might be hailing out there. That's not good. At any rate, we'll keep pressuring on. I'll see if I can find something to hamper that noise in between episodes here. I'm sorry about that if it's bugging you guys. That being said, let's see if we can recruit Wallace with Kent. Looks like we can. Lord Wallace. Well met, Kent. Just kind of find you here. Why are you here? Yeah, because I don't know how to get home. I just realized how freaking big he is. Without question. Alright, so we have ourselves a General Wallace now, which is nice. So I can get him, I can kind of pull him back and prevent him from going into the fog too far. It is possible for him to kind of pull the boss on his own and he'll get shredded, so we don't want him to do that if we can avoid it. So I'll probably park him over here and have him be on village visiting duty for the time being. And then we're going to have Lynn and Florina go shopping, because why not? Do I need animatomes? Yeah, I'll grab another fire tome just for kicks. I got one in reserve, but I'm also going to grab a lightning for Lucius. He could use it with another one of those. I think we're good on thunder tomes. Yeah, I'll hang on to that. That's fine. Alright, so then let's have Florina check out the armory for me. Here we go. This is stuff I wanted. We need some more iron weapons. So we're going to grab a couple of iron swords. In fact, I'm going to grab a third one even. I know it sounds overkill, but it promised me it's not. We definitely need some more iron axes. In fact, I'm going to grab at least 3 of those as well. Might even grab a 4th one. We need some hand axes. I'll grab a couple of those. Maybe even a 3rd one. I think we're good on iron bows for the time being. We got lots and lots of bows. I don't tend not to use those very much. Alright, I think we're good there. A little shopping trip. And then I can't see anything else in the fog. Are there really not that many enemies to kill in this chapter? I swear there being a lot more than that. Let's move Legalt up, and I'll refresh my torch. So I can see a little further. Wow, there is nobody in view right now. That's unusual. I swear there was a ton more guys hiding in this fog. Lloyd's got to be, like, right here. I don't think he's actually on the fort itself. I think he's literally, like, right here. So he might just be right outside of the range. I did bring the member card, as you noticed, too, on Legalt. And that is because there is a secret shop on this map. And it's, unfortunately, not one that's as easy to spot as all the other ones. In fact, I'm just going to tell you where it is now. It is right here, behind this little thicket, underneath this, you know, random cliff edge here. So you got to waltz your way through the forest to get to this spot. I guess it's a little, you know, I guess you might have been able to suspect that, but I didn't know that. So it's right here. That being said, I don't think there's anything good worth picking up in that particular secret shop. We'll take a gander at it just in case. And I guess we'll proceed carefully through the rest of the map here. No reason to dance for Elwood. I'm just going to get some experience on Nini in here. And we want to have Hector in front if we can help it, which we can't, so that's fine. So we'll put Raven in front instead. Because Raven is an absolute beast. We need Rebecca next to Raven. We need Dart behind her. Priscilla behind Lucius. And Heath by Legalt. There we are. It's a nice little chain of support conversations going on here as I move my blob of army here. There's got to be more people coming out of that fog. Oh, they have a ballista. Wait, they have a ballista that I can't see? I thought the ballistas are always visible on the map, even in the fog. Apparently that's not the case. I guess they have one. Oh, probably because there's somebody in it. So the ballista might have been visible in the fog, but when someone occupies it, they are hidden all of a sudden. So, interesting. Alright, so we've got some Myrmidons here. I don't want to move too far into the fog without knowing where Lloyd is. It's very important that I figure out where he's at before I go too far. Where the heck is he? Maybe he is on the fortress. That being said, if he's outside of view... if he's right here, let's say. Alright, I don't want to go any further than that ballista because he might be hiding in there. Alright, we'll have Wallace visit this village here. You don't say. A wise lad. An earth seal. Oh, that's right. So, the earth seal actually counts as any promotion item. That's only half true. It doesn't count as an ocean seal, so you can't use it to promote dart. And it does not count as a fell contract, so you can't promote thieves either. Or the lords, obviously. So you can use this in place of any other promotion item that's not one of the really hard to get ones. Is there anything worth picking up in this village, or this vendor, I should say? Yeah, we need more heal staves. Vulneraries wouldn't be a bad idea either, to be honest. Let me grab, like, at least 3 more heal staves. Maybe even a mend staff. And then I need some more vulneraries, too. I'll grab, like, 3 of those. That should be good enough. Alright, I think that does it for our little shopping spree. We shouldn't need much more. We'll have, you know, I'm going to leave that for other people to kill. These mercenaries, there's a lot of these little Myrmidons here. So why don't we heal up Ellawood real quick. Get him topped off there. Like I said, I don't think... if Lloyd's right there, that's going to be a problem. So I don't want to go any further than that ballista. Because he can hit on that ballista. If he has a ranged weapon, even though he's a swordmaster, he has a light brand. So I gotta be careful not to draw him. Because Lloyd will absolutely mess up everybody in my army that isn't fast enough to deal with him. Ellawood will especially probably get crushed, given that he's such a low level right now. So we will have Ninian be behind him to help. In fact, I think I'll pop Ninus' Grace on him. That way we get a little extra defense for him. So these Myrmidons, if they come for him, will not... we shouldn't do much, if anything. Oh yeah, that's a slim sword, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's not going to do anything. I definitely need to pinpoint Lloyd, though, next turn if I can at all help it. Let's get Lucius here. Lucius can now support with Priscilla. Perfect, that's what I wanted. You are with us, aren't you? I am Lucius. At least she knows he's a man. Huh. Somehow he knows of that. Oh, that's right, because he's friends with Raven. Why wouldn't he? It's an interesting conversation. Kind of bland, but I'm not going to judge. Anybody else have support conversations they can do yet? No, it doesn't look like it. We'll have Heath right here to run back up. And if I put Hector next to Ellawood, he won't get hit by these Myrmidons, so that's fine. Alrighty. And I don't want to pull out that Myrmidon with Kent just yet, so we're going to park him right here. In fact, why don't I visit this little village and see what's going on in there? Jeez. Patient. What is she, a doctor now? Also, she's lying. She totally knows about the Black Fang. She's a member, but what do you expect? I don't know. Alright, so again, I don't want to proceed any further until I know where Lloyd is, but hopefully we'll figure that out in the next turn or so. Elwood takes nothing from this guy, but he gets doubled. Elwood's speed is not anywhere near where it should be right now. Strangely, though, his speed cap is quite low. And I don't know why that is. It's kind of irksome, really. Oh, we have enemy reinforcements appearing from these little fortresses here. Well, that's all fine and dandy, isn't it? Let's keep Lynn and Florina together here. I actually want to keep Kent and Wallace together, too, because they have a support as well. Now that Wallace is here, we can do a lot more support stuff. We'll have Elwood pick off this little Myrmidon here with a completely unnecessary critical hit. That's fine, I guess. Strength, speed. Well. Does he have 7 resistance? Did I see that right? Yeah, okay. So he's failing on speed, but he's doing okay everywhere else. Interesting. I might need to give him a speed wing, and I really don't want to have to waste a speed wing on someone like Elwood because he should be fast enough to grow at a reasonable rate, but apparently that's not the case. That being said, we're going to try to level him up some more next time. I'll track down where the heck Lloyd is so we know where to go and where not to go. But that's going to be in the next episode. So far, thank you all very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. We're getting through into the meat of it now. We got maybe about 2/3 of the way through the game so far. So stick around. We'll be there pretty shortly. That being said, I'll continue this chapter in the next episode. Until that time, have a good evening, everybody. I have been Seraphin. Stay classy.